Hey, yo, what up, nerds? And welcome back to. Actually, I was doing my research. Did you know that this is the 60th episode of the
I
Garage
mean,
Talk?
that's wild. I also find it insane that you just automatically assume that all the people that listen to our show are nerds. Some of them might not care about learning or knowledge or school. Something to consider yourself with.
Well,
Just
I feel like just based upon our previous experience running the show, if you're living in the garage, there's at least a little bit of some sense of nerd inside you.
that's true.
You know
Hey,
what I
you know what
mean?
else is wild? Speaking of the 60th episode, the first episode that we ever did, I think was probably at or around this very same time. I think it was Cinco de Mayo, if I'm not mistaken, and that's coming up here in like what 5, 10 days, not nothing more than that.
Yeah,
Next week, I think it's like next Wednesday or something.
yeah. I was
Good
actually thinking
stuff.
about that when I was listening back too, because I was doing some work on the show to get it kind of tuned up for this 2026,
Tuned up.
whatever you want to call it. I went back and yeah, it was we filmed Cinco de Drinko, and I
Cinco de Drinko.
for all of
Young
y'all
and
listening,
reckless. Young
yes,
and reckless.
for those of y'all that are listening here and you're not necessarily like you might be new here or you don't know what we're talking about, just go back and listen. My voice is octaves higher than what it is now. What's funny is your voice hasn't changed at all.
Yeah, I don't know why your voice would get deeper. That makes zero sense unless you've been doing things to make it deeper.
Well, so it's funny because I listened. I recorded a new trailer for the show, and I was comparing like my voice for the trailer now versus then, and for whatever reason, it's much deeper now. I mean, that was 2018. We're both over 30 now.
I know exactly what happened if you'd like to know.
Why? My balls
So
finally dropped? Oh.
no, but your career path involves you speaking in front of human beings probably
Mm-hmm.
anywhere from 3 to 5 times a week. And so you've just become more articulate and sound in your ability to talk.
That probably could be it too, honestly.
Hey, like I
Because
don't think you got more through puberty going from like 21 to 30. I mean, maybe, but
maybe.
generally people are done with puberty by like 18 to 21, somewhere in that ballpark.
Yeah.
So unless there was maybe like one little gene in there that Brad has that no one else has, that like halfway through your 20s, your voice just got slightly deeper, balls dropped a little more, that kind of thing.
I mean, it could have. I truthfully don't know, but it's just crazy to think back on everything, and we haven't recorded a show since 2024, um and to be able to do this now and just be here and say fuck it and just go with it and hopefully get a solid consistent schedule and just get it right. It's exciting to get back on the sticks, you know what I
I'm
mean?
hype.
Yeah,
Well, you were
man.
just here this past weekend, man. It was fun to see you. Went to a festival for those of you who don't know. We delve into the dubstep and the deep bass music. And one of the festivals this past weekend was Forbidden Kingdoms. Good time over the weekend right there. Had some people fly down. Brad drove up to the O Town. See, I like Florida. I was watching this video earlier too with Natalie. It was like this guy ranking his top 50 roller coasters that he's been on over the last year. And like other than Texas and maybe like Ohio, Cedar Point, maybe Florida is like stacked with just entertaining, awesome stuff. Like we've got beaches, we've got roller coasters and rides and theme parks and all this other shit. We have a plethora of sporting teams and events that happen. We've got festivals for all different types of stuff. I'm like thinking to myself, I get it. I get why people move to Florida. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, none of that stuff is true. It's actually a shithole. Don't move here.
No,
Uh,
it's the worst place on earth. It's literally like the devil's asshole with how hot it is down here, and there's too many people. If you don't like crowds, don't come here.
Also, old people, they drive like terribly. You know what? Hey, that could be it. We had like a kind of a little makeshift schedule kind of thing that we made for this episode, but in reality, we never follow anything. We kind of just shoot the shit, which is fun. But I told you before we started recording that the beef of the week was going to be taxes, and I definitely still agree that taxes just really grind my gear, especially tax returns. If you have to pay, like if you're not receiving something, if you have to continue to pay more taxes during tax season, that irks me. But I think what is my beef of the week is going to be old people and people who move to Florida from other states that they've ruined. Like, I don't want to get overly into politics, but if you're voting for shit that you don't like or that you like, or I'll put like in quotes there, and then it gets implemented, and then you move to Florida because you don't like it anymore, what are you doing? Stop. Stay where you're at. Talk to your local senator or congressperson. All right, make it work. Florida does not have space for you. We have way too many people here, and half of them are old. And then on top of that, they have to like redo. I think this is a law that they have to implement in all states. If you're over a certain age, you have to get your driver's license test redone. Like there are some people in like Publix specifically. You're like driving through a Publix parking lot. You know for a fact there's at least one or two 75-year-old plus people in that bitch that they might take out the whole parking lot if they could. Do you know what I mean? Like they're on their way. They just picked up some smokes from the shop there, and they're just ready to light up a cig and run over you with their Escalade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
So
I see it so much, and I love that beef too because if we're getting into beef of the week, I'll just go ahead and say mine after I say my piece here. But for how much I drive on 95 and like the turnpike to get to my stores, get down to Tamarack, whatever, the old people don't know how to do, like they should get recertified. Like
I agree,
I think the age for recertification should
buddy.
probably be like
You're saying recertification as if like these people are getting certified to do CPR. It's like, yeah, we're gonna get recertified in driving. I mean, I guess that's like what a license is. So
I
you're
mean,
getting
wouldn't that
like
be what it is? Like if you're getting recertified,
when you get a
what would you
license,
call it?
is that what would you call? You would call it getting certified. So you're telling me that when you go to get a driver's license at like 16, the person hands it to you and they're like, you are now certified to drive a car. Like that's what it is. I
I
think
just
like licensed sounds fine. Like I feel like that's like a word that we
so
can
I guess we're
use.
gonna call it like relicensed,
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
relicensed. Then in that
Yeah.
case, for them to get relicensed, I think 70 to 75 is like a good range to get relicensed because like
Yeah,
60,
I agree.
I think you're still relatively with it in that space. But yeah.
No,
Um,
70, 75. You just get yourself, and it shouldn't be like one time. Like I'm talking at that point in life, things are rapidly declining. You know what I mean? So like I'm thinking every 5 years, you got to get relicensed.
yeah,
No
I think that's
recertification.
fair.
Like I'm all for someone who's over the age of 70 or 75 to give me CPR, but I just feel like if there's a younger individual in the room that can also do CPR and they're also certified, I'm probably like if it's you and then like some old geezer. Brad, I'm gonna be 100, no homo. Give me that CPR, baby. I ain't trying to like have
Poker
dentures in
up,
my
baby.
mouth.
Let's get it.
That's what I'm saying,
Let's get
man.
it.
Also, I just feel like you might have a better sense of tempo when it comes to like actual chest compressions. Wow,
Yeah.
this is
I
taking
mean,
a
I
very
it,
random tangent.
it really did, but that's one of the best things about our show is like we go on a segment and it literally can just go wherever the fuck it wants to go.
So, anyways,
Um,
that's the beef of my week, at least, as
yeah.
is taxes and old people. And something tells me that the reason why we have so much taxes is because of old people. See, I could just keep everything just keeps pinpointing back to the old people thing. So
It always circles back and then puts a pin in the conversation, you know?
it's a circle. It's a
Yeah,
circle.
is it a circle? No, it's a square. It's
What about
this
you?
and
What's your
this and
beef?
this.
What's the beef you got?
It's actually very similar to yours, ironically enough, because my beef is with driving. Period.
Okay, you
Like
just don't like driving.
just like driving. Period. I do so much driving for work, and like I like the fact that I get to go to different places often. But dog, I'm up and down 95. I'm going to Stewart. I'm going to Wellington. I'm going to West Palm. I'm down in Tamarack. Like down to Tamarack now from where I moved in Boynton, which is we'll get to that. I also moved in with my girlfriend and I live in Boynton now, which is amazing. But like to go down to Tamarack is like 45 minutes now. West Palm is like 20 minutes. Stewart's an hour
Ah,
north. To go to Vero, it's an hour and a half. To see you, it's 2 hours and 45 minutes. To go to Fort Myers now is 2 hours. It's like,
it's just Florida.
God, it's
That's what it is,
because
man.
Florida's just a
So
fucking
big.
tallywhacker on the United States, and it's just
It's huge.
it's just elongated.
It's massive. You could fit
Yeah,
like the entirety of like I think Spain, France, and Germany all in Florida. It's wild.
yeah,
It's wild stuff.
yeah.
But well, I mean, like at the end of the day, I don't know if I 100% agree with you. I think driving is important for humans. Like we
No,
definitely
I definitely
need
agree
that.
with it. I definitely agree with it. I just feel
At
like I do
some
a lot of
point,
it.
yeah, at some point, I feel like roads could get removed. You know, like one of those like where we're going, we don't need roads kind of thing.
Yeah.
It can maybe in the future we just have floating highways or whatever.
You want to get like floating cars or flying
I
cars?
mean, they thought it was going to
We were
be like that in 2015, but that didn't pan out, I guess. And we're like 11 years past that. Man, we are kind of behind. Like Back to the Future, kind of a little behind.
I
Not gonna
know,
lie.
I know. Because wasn't it
What?
like by, yeah, by 2015 they were saying we were gonna have flying cars. There was another show that was like by 2025 we're gonna have some futuristic shit.
I mean, we have flying cars. They're just not commercially available.
Yeah, yeah,
And
and
they're also
yeah.
sending people to space or like the
The
atmosphere or whatever.
space. Yeah.
And we just sent people to the moon again, allegedly. I'm gonna
Are
put
you
that in
putting that
quotes.
in air? So everyone's listening. He put that in air quotes.
Buddy, I don't
Do
mean
you not think
listen.
that that happened? Are we about to get some clippable content here for this? Like, where go off?
I mean, like in my personal opinion, I think that the moon landings originally are like there's much to be debated there. I
From
don't
the
know
Universal
if
Studios.
maybe possibly. I It's one of those things, man. You never know. I'm not gonna say it happened. I'm not gonna say it didn't happen. Maybe it did. And if it didn't happen, then like I get it. If it did happen, fuck.
Fuck.
Like good shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I don't know. The fact that we have iPhones now that are literally the same size as like a floppy disk or whatever, essentially,
Do you
and
remember floppy disks?
they had like 3 megabytes of storage on them.
Yeah.
This iPhones now have 256 gigabytes at a minimum. Do you understand how many megabytes that is? That's like a trillion floppy disks. Not playing. I don't know what the actual number is.
I was
Don't
gonna say
ask me.
if you know that off the top of your head, that's extremely
No, I don't know, but
impressive.
like I could tell you that that's a stupid amount of floppy disks. And so, I have you've been to Disney World, right?
It's been a really long time.
Okay, have you been
Yeah.
on Epcot's like the big ball?
I've actually never been to Epcot.
Dog, what are you doing? All right, you need to come up here and we got to go to
I know.
freaking Disneyland so you can give the mouse and the Disney Gestapo your money. But I
Mouse
think
Town.
from that, if you've written that ride, for whoever's listening here, the ride itself, like the big ball, it's called Spaceship Earth, I think. And so while you're on that, you go through this part of the ride where they literally have like giant fucking, I don't even know, they're like spinning and it looks like film, but it's their computers, and it took up like an entire room back at this time. And like you're trying to tell me that these computers that you have in your hand now took up an entire room, and we strapped 3 motherfucking dudes to essentially what is a tin can and a motherfucking like motorcycle engine, and we threw a few computers in that bitch that apparently take up a whole room, but we decided we're gonna fit them in this little tube, and then we're like, yo guys, guess what? You're going to the fucking moon. Oh, and then when you're up there, we're not going to be anywhere near you, but through radio signals and all this other random bullshit, we're also going to fling you down onto the surface. You're going to get out, play hopscotch for a fucking hour or two, take some samples. Then you're going to get back inside of the little tin can thing. Oh, by the way, there was 2 tin cans. One of them came down to the planet or the surface. The other one's still floating around up in the little atmosphere there. You're going to somehow decide, okay, now's the perfect time to shoot us back to meet them in orbit, get together with that fucking thing, and then guess what? We're gonna leave the moon's atmosphere at the exact right time with a little bit of propulsion and shoot us right back to the fucking Earth. And then guess what? Here's the part that no one's even talking about, or that they are like, oh, whatever. Like, do you understand how hot it is and the maneuvers that have to happen to get someone back into the atmosphere on Earth?
Well, they entered the atmosphere coming back here like I don't even know how fast.
You
But
essentially skip across the atmosphere at like 250, or like, no, I'm playing, it's like 27,000 miles per hour. It's like some stupidly absurd amount of speed. All right, and they're just like, and so you're telling me that this stuff that just happened right in 2026 bounced across the atmosphere, came through, they lose literal, there's so much heat around the capsule that they literally lose service and signal to the capsule in this time frame because of how much heat and magma and just atmosphere and shit is around it that's so hot, right? So you're telling me that this shit that they just had happen in 2026, and they're talking about like, oh, we just developed this brand new heat shield and all this other shit. 1969. No worries, bro. We still got all that shit. Like heat shields, no worries. We did all that. Like, fuck you, Russia. Like, we're out here. Or
we
Soviet
did
Union, or you know
we
what
did
I
it
mean?
second.
Like, in my mind, I just think that like, what's easier, sending people to the moon or like faking it. And then everyone's like, oh, well, what about all of like the patents and all the other shit that like engineers put together and all this other random shit, right? And then of course they have to have like make sure that everyone at NASA is in on it and not one person saying that like it didn't happen. Yo, how about this? What if only a select few people knew that it didn't happen and then the rest of the people really believed it did? Is it hard to stream a fucking video to NASA's little computer thing and be like, everybody, look, it's happening? Meanwhile, there's like 10 people in the back room that are jerking each other off. Like, we're on the moon. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm not going to say it didn't happen. I'm not going to say it happened.
I
I'm
mean,
just
from
saying,
what it sounds like, my dude, you are questioning the fuck out of it. But that's a Hummer take.
oh, I don't know. You know, like the Mythbusters were like, oh yeah, like the flag flies in vacuum and all this other shit. I mean, I will say, I do believe we've been to the moon. I do believe that's happened before they just went to. I just do not believe that that very first one that they like fucking had filming and then they had a phone call to the president. They had like he was on like a fucking landline and answers the phone to the astronauts on the moon. Like, buddy, it's the 60s, like it's the 70s, I guess, at that point. But like, come on,
Yeah. I
like fucking
listen.
dudes answering the phone, like, Mr. President, how you doing? And it's like we're on space fucking one or whatever. Like, no, dude, I'm sorry. Like, come on. So whatever. If it happened, I'm an idiot. If it didn't happen, like
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that you're an idiot because I'm always trying to keep things like positive in the dome piece here, and I'm not saying I'm gullible. I'm just burb.
however, if we want to
So
go off into
I'm gonna.
space tangents, like I could do that all fucking day
Well,
because I love space.
we used to go on space tangents. So this is nothing new for our all-time
I
listeners.
love space.
I know we're gonna go to the space.
We literally have video though. Okay, and I say we as human beings, not like the United States. I think Russia did this. They literally sent a probe that landed on the surface of Venus, and it was there for like 12 minutes before the atmosphere and the heat from the surface of the planet just destroyed it. But there's
I
literal
remember hearing about that.
photographs from the surface of Venus. I'm sorry, like, pardon my French. I don't want to go super insane on the pod because you know it's the pod, it's the first episode back. But are you fucking joking? Like, that's insane. You know what I mean? So like the moon thing, cool, but at the same time, that's like right there. Venus is way the fuck over there, and then on top of that, we don't know what that bitch has going on. We're just like, yo, let's
This bitch
send a
don't know about
robot.
Pangea.
As
This bitch
humans,
don't
we're
know
just
about
like,
Pangea.
no, man. Like, I just think it's funny as humans. We're like, let's send a fucking robot. Like, let's see what happens. Might be a couple $1 billion. Like, whatever. Let's see.
I mean, what
You
else are
know?
you gonna do? You're gonna send like a monkey up
Right?
there? Like what?
Like when
Like
you're human, when we get bored, we just do really out like Landis bullshit. We're like, yo,
all in the name of discovery and science,
I'm pretty bored right now
right?
as a human, and we have like Elon Musk is the ultimate example of this. My dude has so much fuck you money at this point that he just is like, all right, let's go on a side quest. You know what? Let's go to space. I'm
Let's
down
go to
take.
the space.
Let's take. Yeah, listen. At some point in the future, I think he's gonna be like, space sucks. Let's start exploring the ocean, man. And then he's gonna have like
Okay,
Ocean X,
I've been
buddy.
talking
Elon,
about the
jump in here.
ocean just like how you talk about the space, right?
Okay, but
I'm
here's
gonna
the thing.
save that for a different rant on
We
a
can
different episode, though.
we can, but do you understand we have explored more of space and just our universe that we are in than we have the ocean on our planet?
Oh yeah, 100%. There,
That
I
blows
think
my mind.
we've only explored like 25 to 30% of the ocean, or some crazy stat like that.
Dude, and that's why the aliens are living there. Like that's how I know it.
Listen, I'm not saying that that's a thing. It could be,
See, but here's where
but
like
like why?
see
But like, why wouldn't it be?
why
Let me put my tinfoil hat on real quick, right? I've seen some videos online of like this. There's this like really, this isn't even the ocean. This is like a lake somewhere. I think it's like in Germany or like somewhere over there in Europe, right? It's like one of the deepest lakes in the entire world, and like
but it
people
like 10
can't
feet deep.
yeah, but and people can't get down there because it has the same pressure as the ocean, right? There's a lore out there because you know I'm a big lore guy. I love lore. That there is a secret society living deep down in there of like fish people. And I sound like I'm fucking off my rocker, but like, why wouldn't that be a thing? If that's something they're talking about in that lake, who knows what's at the bottom of the Mariana Trench? Like seriously, you know,
Oh,
like
aliens.
Megalodon is 100% a thing. I'm gonna say that flat out because like,
Yeah,
why wouldn't he be? You know, like
I agree.
I think an apex predator like that, why wouldn't he just soup, like
Why
go?
wouldn't he?
Yeah, like why
He's
wouldn't he go
down
down to the
there
bottom?
fighting giant colossal squids and shit.
Yeah,
That's what's happening
yeah.
for sure.
And it's like we found a giant squid when that was an urban sea legend for how long?
That's fair. But
Right?
hear me out. Like, how hard would that be for like an alien species, right? Like, they hit the ocean, they find a spot out in the middle of like literally fucking nowhere. I think like Point Nemo would be a really good example of
Don't even
this,
get me started on
which,
Point Nemo. That shit's
yeah.
scary.
But hear me out. Like, imagine, oh, we're aliens. Like, oh, we're gonna pull up to Earth. Oh, we don't want them to see us, but we're gonna have like a little, like gas station fill up station here for our little spacecraft or whatever. Boom, put that bitch at the bottom of the ocean. I'm sorry, if you got space travel down pat, then you have something regarding being able to be down at the bottom of the ocean and have that pressure. In my opinion, you know what I
Oh no,
mean? If
I
you're
I completely agree.
if you're an advanced civilization,
And,
but
and
yeah,
then think about the pyramids. And this is the last. This is
uh,
the last thing that we'll get on this because I'm
we're gonna jump
thirsty.
into the period,
I'm
the
thirsty, and I need to
periods.
get into the next one here. You know what I'm talking about, Mr. Brew Down
The
segment.
brew,
Are
the
you
brew.
gonna drink anything? Or?
I actually have an Olipop in my hand
Oh,
right
that's
now.
sick. Okay, I
It's
like it.
not alcoholic, but it is orange cream,
I like that.
so it's
I
got
like that.
flavor.
I've had that one before. It's good. But let me talk about the pyramids real quick.
Go for it.
So, like, I think it was a joint effort between some type of ancient civilization and the Egyptians. I don't think there was a way that we could do that on our own. Like, it'd be cool to think about.
Have you heard of pulleys
I
in
have.
physics?
I ha-
That's what happened there, and they had a really long time to do it, like thousands of years.
well,
So, like, if it
I
takes 1 year to move like 7 blocks, right?
yeah,
Thousands of years.
yeah,
It's like seven
yeah.
thousand
All
blocks.
right.
Boom, done.
All right. Looks like I'm discredited on my theory, but that's
I
science
mean,
for you, baby. I'm not.
if
I
we
never
really want to
claimed.
dive stupidly deep into that shit, like we can go even deeper. But then where our podcast is changing from the garage talks where we're drinking in the garage to like jumping into some
Yeah.
really crazy shit. Like, here's something to consider: the Library of Alexandria had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of texts and stuff that were lost in this fire when the Rome fell, right, or whatever the deal is. Who knows? There could have been vast knowledge that we had to relearn, or we still have to relearn as humans, that they just had, like imagine like one of the things that they knew was like, oh, if you just eat this weed right off the ground that we grow or whatever, and you eat like enough of it, you just become infinitely knowledgeable, and then you can make pyramids, right? See what I mean? Like, but you would know that if
No, that definitely could have been a thing. That definitely could have been a thing. You know what else is great? That was invented way back in the day is beer.
this man's like, fuck these tangents, let's just jump into beer.
So I'm gonna do my brew down because that was always one of my personal favorite segments, and I'm doing it in the OG Garage Talks koozie, which fun fact is still available on the garagetalks.myshopify.com for anybody
I
that
don't have a
wants one.
koozie. I have this Olipop can, but I did find a tech deck the other day, so I'm gonna do a quick like kick flip
Look,
off of it, if that makes sense.
I
Like,
hope that makes it in the audio because that little kickflip sound is fantastic. But anyway, this is actually the last one that I had in my fridge. It's Vibin from Funky Buddha. It's their lager because I'm vibing with being back for theoretically our 60th episode, which is huge.
theoretically,
Yeah, because I mean,
it's,
yeah,
yeah. I don't know if that's a theory.
no,
It's definitely.
it's not a theory, it's facts. So I'm gonna go ahead and crack this bad boy open. Let's see if I can get it by the. Oh, it's. Did you see it squirt everywhere? Do you remember that episode when
It jizzed on you.
when the beer squirted in my eye and it like
No,
literally got. I was listening back to that episode. I'm like, it squirted everywhere, and I couldn't even see. But anyway, cheers to being back, and cheers to the 60th episode of the show. I'm going to put it in the speak. There you go. Let's get it. It's delicious. Fuck, that's delicious.
I don't know if I'm gonna get that flavor again.
That's fucking. No, you don't like it?
Olipop, like whenever they have like a cream part added, the cream part just tastes like. You ever go to the dentist? I feel like you should. So
I go every 6 months like a regular human being. Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you go, do you ever get fluoride on your teeth?
Yeah. Occasionally, whenever they
Like
tell me
what?
that I have to
Okay.
get it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
like whenever I go, sometimes I'll get fluoride, and they'll like use a brush and they brush it on there, and then you have to like let it sit there for like a little bit, and then you can rinse it
And
out. But you
you can't
can't
eat or
use
drink
water.
anything.
You have to like spit it out, right?
Yeah.
In my opinion, Olipop, any of the ones that have the word cream, so like there's orange cream, there's like strawberries and cream, any of those cream ones, or cream soda, for instance, they taste just like the like fluoride artificial flavor that you just like they are like trying to make the toothpaste flavored, but it's not. Does that make sense? So
Yeah,
like
yeah,
they'll
yeah.
be like, "What flavor fluoride would you like? We have mint and this and that and this." And in my mind, anything that has to do with cream, boom, Olipop, similar vibe. So I don't like the dentist. So in my mind, I'm like, this just reminds me
Do
of
you
the
get anxious
dentist.
at the dentist?
No, I'm more of a I think the dentist is really expensive kind of guy, and dental
Yeah.
insurance is more of a discount than anything. So yeah, like you generally, it's almost like sometimes when you go to the dentist, it's cheaper when you don't have insurance than to do things through insurance in a weird way.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't know, but we don't
Well,
have to get into the dentist
yeah,
because
we don't got to get
ew.
into dentist or insurance or anything, but
Just make sure you floss.
yeah. I actually have this flosser. It's an electric flosser. It's really fucking good. It's called
Nice.
Flouse,
Flouse.
Flaus, Flouse.
This is my flouse.
Shout out to my Flouse. It's great. It's got 3 different speeds.
God damn, we're
And
fucking adults. We're too old.
I
We're talking
know.
about flossing on a
So
podcast.
what's funny, right,
Oh,
is
Jesus.
one of the segments that I was thinking about doing for this show. Remember how we had the advice segment like in our first couple episodes?
Sure, yeah. The best advice ever is
Yeah.
as you grow older, stop being too fucking old. And that's us. We're
Yeah,
literally out here
100%.
talking about flossing.
I was going to say that we were going to do another advice segment, but call it advice from 30-year-olds, which just made my heart
Here's
hurt.
something that I didn't know until I was in my 30s. That guy's funny. Have you ever watched him on
I've
TikTok?
never seen that guy. No.
Oh, he's funny. It's like a dude that does that. Just look up, here's something I didn't know until I was in my 30s. And then he'll like give you some random hack that you're like, oh my God, I didn't even notice that. Like, here's an example. When you go to like take the lid off of certain things that are that have like a
Nice.
child lock, yeah. Apparently, you could just take the lid part off, like the child lock part of like your vitamin lid. You just take that off, and then it's just an unnormal, unscrewable lid. It's only on there if you're like a little kid. But you're an adult, you could just pop it right off. It's yeah, things like that.
What what do you
Yeah, I don't have an example. I don't know how to show you. I don't have like medicine sitting in front of me, and it's a podcast too. So if someone's just listening, they're not going to get it. But like, you know how when you go to open up medicine from like a pharmacy, it just keeps spinning until you push down on it hard enough to like undo it. Okay, so if you get that type of bottle, you could just pop the lid part off, the like child-proof part off, and then it's literally just a normal unscrewable top. But
feel
I
like
didn't know
everything
that
that I
until I
knew
was 30.
I feel like everything that I knew prior to this moment was just a lie.
Well, I mean, it's true. Like you also still believe that in 1969, which if I'm doing my math right, like let's go, what is that?
Jesus, are you
30.
going back to the space conversation again?
It's like we're doing 30 and 20 is 50, right? And then that's 1
Yep.
year for 69, right? So
Nice.
that's 51 plus 6 years. So we're at 57 years ago. So you're telling me when the motherfucking cars that were being purchased still had no air conditioning in them and people were using the little crank down fucking window in their car, all
Do
right?
you remember my old Ranger?
Yeah, I understand, but I'm
Yep.
just saying, like, that's where we're at. That's the time frame, right? People were literally
Yeah,
like in this vibe. That's when they shot people over to the moon. They were like,
but all I'm
"We
saying is,
choose to go to the moon not because it is easy, but because it is hard."
yeah, but government funding and people wanting to beat Russia because the Cold War, anything's possible when things become plausible. Bang. Put that on a quote card.
Fair. You should make that a T-shirt. I also want a T-shirt that says "Figure it out." Like, I think that's a really good one.
Figure?
It's from yeah, no, "Figure it out"
Yeah.
from Letterkenny. And
Yeah,
he's like, "Figure it out."
figure it out. You know,
Fucking
I
figure it
could
out.
very easily throw that up on our shop.
That's not ours. Don't.
You're right. You're
You
right.
can't do that.
You're right.
That's
No, I
called
can't.
copyright.
Sorry, Letterkenny. I can't get into a copyright war
Brad
with
is
you.
like literally the quintessential entrepreneur. This man is trying to make a quick buck any way he can. Anyway, this man will stand outside of a festival and will sell people ponchos if he had the opportunity to do so.
Honestly, with our little fucking QR code on it,
Yeah, exactly.
and our logo,
Yep.
yeah. Which, by the way,
Exactly.
I don't know if you guys have noticed from like looking at the key art and shit like that. New logo, new-ish pod. We got white text. It's all modernized now. Pretty dope. I like it. But speaking of festivals, because you alluded to this earlier, and I do want to talk about this because I think it's something that we should talk about. Fucking FK, bro.
Forbidden Kingdom.
Yep,
The
Forbidden King,
kingdom that is forbidden.
bass heavy, headbanging, rail riding type of shit, and it
It was
was
fun.
yeah, no, it was.
My feet hurt like a motherfucker.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
I went with you when I was what 28 because it was 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
28.
I don't know if there was like a huge difference then between it is now. Like, don't try to make me feel like old between these last
I'm
2
not
years.
trying to make it seem like it's a big difference, but my feet definitely felt it. And
Did you wear the same shoes?
I had the same insoles, but I used different shoes because I was using
You wait, follow up. Do you take insoles out of your shoes and transfer them to different
for
shoes?
my shitty shoes. Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, so actually, those shoes that I wore at FK 2 years ago, I no longer have like the actual shoe. I
But
had
you
to.
kept the insole though,
Yeah, I had the
as one
Doctor.
does,
Yeah,
as one
I
does.
had. Well, it's Doctor Scholl's sports insoles. I originally
Ah,
bought them. Yeah, I originally bought them for pickleball because I wanted to kind of like absorb the. You know what I mean?
anything you
Like
could do to like have a little bit more of an absorption of the
just like
whatever
just
that is.
yeah that that whole thing. Um, yeah. So then I put it in my old Allbirds and shit like that. But yeah, the festival was a damn good time. Like
Yeah, it was loud.
it was very loud, but it was very fun. I gotta say the one thing that I really like about FK though, and I never thought that I would ever say this about that type of environment, but I really like the people that are there. Like I
It's definitely the best part of the whole festival, in
it
my
is
opinion.
like the people watching A1, but everybody's super fucking nice. Like I remember you telling me about Plur when I first went 2 years ago. Like that's a legitimate thing. Like I felt like
At FK. Well, here's the thing though, you'll have to go to EDC at some point if you're open to that. I know you said Kayla likes that music a little more, so maybe that could happen. But if you're open to going to EDC, like I hate to say this because it almost talks you out of it in a way, but you'll notice a very stark difference in the type of people that go to EDC versus the type of people that go to Forbidden
are you
Kingdom.
saying that they're not
Like,
very Plur at EDC?
no, it's just like for bigger festivals like EDC or festivals like Ultra, for instance, the crowd it attracts, you're still going to get your people like us who are there for the music and are like there for the plur or whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? Just you could use it plur as an example for us if we know what that is. Other people might just call it like being a chill person and not being an asshole,
Just be a
essentially.
nice fucking person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
essentially. Because like being in these environments, it's like everyone's hot, everyone's on top of each other, like everyone's trying to walk around each other. So like as long as you're cool and you're chill, like you generally have a very cool experience if people around you are cool. The problem with EDC though is that like there's a portion of people that are like us and are cool. There's also a portion of people that go to the festival not because they want to go see any of the artists or anything, but just want to go to say that they will go. Like, does that make sense? So they'll just be like, "Oh, I'm going to EDC." Like, they just want people to know so they could post on their Instagram or some stupid shit. And then generally, those are the people that you'll find go way hard on the alcohol. And when alcohol gets involved, generally that's when you have a lot of issues.
Right.
That and cocaine. But
Yeah.
like I don't know, you're not really seeing a lot of people like fighting on ketamine, for instance. If anything, they're just kind of like
They're
fainting right
just
next to you.
like we saw that happen
Yeah,
what
people are
twice during
just
Zed's Dead.
yeah,
Yeah.
essentially. But like ketamine's like a big thing right now. People just generally pass out on that stuff, and then that's a problem. But like that's for another day.
Yeah.
Just I would say stay away from drugs in general.
Drugs are bad. Okay.
You know what I mean? But like I don't know, when you go to the bigger festivals like that and then you start getting those people that are going just because they want to be part of like that drug club vibe as opposed to like actually going for the festival, and then while they're there they're obviously drinking a ton of alcohol, they're sneaking alcohol in, it just gets bad.
Yeah. Well,
So
that's what you see at country concerts, which
well, that's even
which
worse
is
though, but I understand
unfortunate
it.
because you know that country music will always be my A1 number one, and like I do enjoy going to country festivals and stuff. Um, yeah, you get a lot of that debauchery there, but like overall, like what was your favorite part of the weekend though from FK? If you had to kind of give it
um
something.
I don't know. I thought it was cool that we found like a pretty cheap, like decent food vendor. I thought that was
Mm,
nice. Generally, it's kind of hard for me
yeah,
specifically to find food at festivals because like things aren't gluten free. So the fact that we found something
the
like the
stump
first
stummer.
day that generally was fine. Like I wouldn't say it was like the best food ever, but it definitely like held you over, and it wasn't. I didn't feel like I was getting screwed as much as like you would think. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If you go
that
to EDC though, man, like the one thing they have that I get every day, all 3 days, they have this pizza place that has gluten free, and because you're like getting a gluten free pizza, it's 100% like made to order for you, and that bitch is like this big, and it's every day, and I'll eat
oh,
that like
that's
early
sick.
on, and I'll be set for the rest of the evening. It's so good. I don't know if you guys are down to do EDC even just once, just give it a run. I know you can't do it this year, but next
Yeah,
year,
maybe 2027 possibly because like I do like with how much fun I have at FK, like I've been considering wanting to try EDC. You know,
how far away do you live from Boca?
are you talking about Cyclops?
Maybe,
You're definitely talking about Cyclops because I saw that.
maybe.
Okay, so for where that amphitheater is in Boca, it's about 45 minutes away.
Oh, then it's not even worth it.
Yeah, which is weird because Boca and Boynton really shouldn't be that far, but the problem is it's all the way out on like the west side of Boca.
Oh,
Yeah, it's out there
gotcha.
by the
Okay.
Everglades, which West Boca is a hike.
Well, it's gonna be loud, so I get it. They want to make sure they're keeping the alligators and stuff in check. But
Yeah, which fun fact, did you know that FK was originally in Boca the first year or two?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so like when I got home on Monday, my entire Instagram feed was all FK, FK, FK. Like I couldn't scroll more than like 3 or 4 or 5 posts without seeing like FK, right? So then it was like, oh, the rise of Forbidden Kingdom and like how it did this and how it did that. And apparently, yeah, it was at the same amphitheater out in Boca that Cyclops is going to be at.
Ah,
Yeah.
word, word.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So
here, speaking of Florida, I know we wanted to jump into like the Florida man segment. Your boy's got to take a piss, so I'm thinking
okay.
we maybe run through that. We run through maybe that quick search we were thinking about giving everybody, and then we wrap things up for this first comeback episode.
Yeah, and I think this has been a solid one. So let's do that. So we'll start with Florida Man, which by the way, Florida Man was always a fan favorite segment that we did back in the day. So I don't know how recent this one is. I'm literally on a website that's called floridaman.com. And the title of the one that I'm currently clicking on, it says Florida Man arrested for pooping on possum in public.
Did he stop the possum and then poop on him, or was the
I
possum like laying there and he just ran over and just did it? There's so many questions I have.
well
I guess we could just leave it at that. Like,
let's see. Florida Man even confuses us sometimes. This is definitely one of those times Florida Man was arrested for time pooping on a dead. Oh, it was a dead possum.
who's dead?
Yeah,
Ah,
R.I.P.
gotcha. I mean,
In
it makes it easier
Clearwater,
to poop on, I guess.
in Clearwater, during rush hour traffic, mind you.
During rush hour
Yeah,
traffic?
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, he gets out, he's just got to let one rip, and the dead possum is an easy way to go about it.
The police report obtained by the smoking gun described the scene of the crime in graphic detail. According to
Oh,
the report, Florida Man was observed defecating on a deceased possum with his pants lowered and his anal region exposed.
jeez. Well,
I'm so sorry for everybody that lives in the garage that had to
Florida
listen to say
people,
like that.
Florida man.
Florida
And
man,
then
Florida man. Wow.
I think we were looking at doing a quick search too.
Yeah.
It's probably on the same level of insanity.
Yep. What did you want to search?
I think Harry Pickle.
You did want to search Harry Pickle. Okay, so I've got Harry Pickle joke, Harry Pickle meaning, Harry Pickle food, Harry
Run
Pickle
it.
story. Which one do you want me to click?
Doesn't matter, just run
Let's see.
one.
Let's go Harry Pickle meaning. Why not? My Google's gonna fucking. Oh, there's an Urban Dictionary. It's perfect.
Word.
Perfect. Perfect. Oh, this is, oh. Oh. There's two different definitions. First one, definition for Harry Pickle.
I think I lost Brad. I'm not sure what went down.
Nope. I'm
Oh, I
back.
lost you. I sent a message.
No, I'm here. You can see me, right? You can hear me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Okay.
Here, run one real quick. I'll be right back. I gotta pee so bad.
Well,
Just run it. Just run it.
what did you hear? What did you hear?
I didn't hear
Last-
anything. I didn't
Oh,
hear anything.
fuck.
Yeah, you got
Okay.
it. I believe.
Well, this
in
is a
you.
no cut podcast, and they're gonna hear this. So, okay.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Go pee. I got this. All right. So you guys just got me now. I don't even know if you lost me before or not, but I'm assuming that you heard the definition of Harry Pickle. So the first definition is a skinny green coconut. And the sentence, look at that hairy pickle. Fun fact. Second one is a hairy penis. Then, oh my God, that guy's dick was hairy. Last night I got some hair in my mouth. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is supposed to be a family. And that's not. So that's Harry Pickle. And Hummer wanted me to search this one up. So there we go. That's Harry Pickle. Okay. So another thing just like about the show, since it's just me and you, we're having an intimate conversation right now. Fun fact is that we officially hit a milestone as a podcast, 2,500 downloads and streams. Big deal. I'm pretty stoked on that. But yeah, that's the Florida Man segment. very unfortunate set of circumstances there for the possum. And then we got the Urban Dictionary post right there. Let me see if I can go back and find something else from that. So Harry Pickle. Let's see. Harry Pickle. Harry Pickle joke. That could be fun. Harry Pickle from the hell's Waka? What the hell is this? After every line I type, say out loud to yourself, Harry Pickle. There was once a guy named Harry Pickle. He lived in a town called Harry Pickle. Nobody did like Harry Pickle, so they hung him by his Harry Pickle. All right. So on this webpage that I found, it's asking for a rating on the scale of 1 to 10. It currently has a 1 out of 10. So if you're listening on Spotify, drop the rating in the comments what you think that would be, that joke would be. Is it on a scale of 1 to 10? Was that funny? Hummer's back now, so I'm going to tell him the joke too. All
Bro,
right.
I had the longest pee of my life. I
I
almost
know.
felt like I had like the water, the water boy, how he has like the big orange Gatorade containers. I felt like I just had one of those. It was just like going and going. And I was like, geez, might have the record for the longest piss in the world there for a minute.
Well, I had a pretty nice conversation with the people that living in the garage
Nice.
while you're gone.
Nice.
And I did tell them a fun fact as well. So, fun fact about our show. We officially reached, as of 2:30 this afternoon, 2,500 downloads and streams of the show.
That's cool.
That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. On the Harry Pickle thing, I went back and I went back to the search, and I went to Harry Pickle joke. So I got a joke for you.
Okay.
And I want you to rate it for me on a scale of 1 to 10. So after every line I type, say out loud to yourself, Harry Pickle. So I guess every time I say a line, just say Harry Pickle.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
There once was a guy named
Harry Pickle.
He lived in a town called
Harry Pickle.
Nobody did like
Harry Pickle.
So they hung him by his
Harry Pickle. You're terrible.
It was the shittiest fucking joke. So what would you rate that joke on a scale of 1 to 10? Oh, you're actually better than the online rating.
What was the online rating?
A 1.
Oh, I did. Okay, I wanted to give it like a little bit of nice, it's fine.
I gave it about the same as you. I was thinking like between a 1.5 and a 2.
It's like a good wordplay. I get it. I get it.
Yeah, well, that's fun. That's fun.
Either way, I don't know. I wish that I could have taken you guys with me to go pee. That would have been just like for just like 2 minutes straight. I would have been like, all right, so I don't know when it's gonna stop, but like I guess here I am. So, yeah,
that would have been good content for the pod for sure. 100%.
Well, 100%. Good to have a nice one getting back into things here.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to dive into before we sign off from the pod?
Nah,
the garage.
It felt good to just kind of like get the dust off and get back on the sticks and just kind of get after it. And I thought this was a very informative episode with our little tinfoil hat segment there.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know the deal.
Yeah. I thought it was great. How do you feel?
I feel better now that I peed.
I'm sure that was killing
I was holding that for like at least 25 minutes.
Jesus.
So that's probably why it was so long. And then I was sitting here drinking this Olipop, and I had a Coke Zero before. So don't ask why I've had 2 sodas today. I was splurging. One of them is Coke Zero, so it's got 0 sugar and stuff. Don't judge me.
0 sugars, low calories, you're good.
Yeah, exactly. It's just flavored water and aspartame. So we're fine.
Yeah. Fit Boy 2026. That's what we're going for.
Exactly. Yeah. So, well, I'll let you sign us off. You're the one that's always been the best at that. So go for it, bro.
All right. So I got 2 plugs real quick before we go. Number 1 is the show store. If you listen to it this far, I kind of revamped the show store, added some more modernized merch and everything. So if you purchase a hat, shirt, koozie, hoodie, it supports the show because then we can, get maybe a better version of Riverside. Who knows? So thegaragetalks.myshopify.com. And if you use code BrewDown and or back, you'll get 7% off your first order.
Brew Down or back, like BACK?
Yeah. So Brew Down's for 5%. Back is for 7%. Depends on what you hear first. Yeah.
All right. And if 40 people use the code back and buy merch from our store, Brad's going to get his right nipple pierced.
I'm not agreeing to that.
He already did. It's in the contract.
It's in the Garage Dogs contract. Yeah.
Yep.
No, you're right. I forgot about that.
His right nipple specifically.
And
And
then
it's
the
gonna
other
be
thing,
like a little dangly one
oh,
too.
like
It's
the
not gonna
chain,
be you're not getting a stud, bro. You're getting like a full dangling
like
like
a full ass
chain
chain.
nipple thing going on.
That's gonna hurt
Yeah.
too.
I know. That's why I think people
It's
should
really gonna hurt.
spend a little bit of money,
I don't
go
know.
use that code back, and maybe Brad will have to.
I don't. I love the people that live in the garage, but I don't know if I love them that much.
You should like them.
No, I do. They're like some of my favorite people ever because they listen to two idiots talking to microphones, and I appreciate that very much.
Wah.
So one more thing about it too is if you've been a longtime listener, we had a whole catalog, which is 60 episodes. I took the 13 best performing episodes and I called it the archive. So if you want to go back and listen to some of the better episodes that we have, it's called the archive. And then everything else after that is just new. No number, just title and go. So there's that. But yeah, this has been episode 60. First episode back since 2024. We fucking love you guys and really excited to get back here soon where it's going to be more consistent, even if it's like once a month, once every 2 weeks. But you're going to hear from us more often this year for sure.
It's gonna be me.
It's gonna be me.
Okay.
Have a good night, everybody.
Later.
Peace out, Girl Scouts. Bye.
Peace.